be able to tune into you and going into your energy body. And same as Big Homie, really, it was as you go in to that energy body, it's like going into an onion. It's like layer and layer and layer. You have to kind of like ensure that every single layer of that person's energy field you're accepting. So you like, I'm accepted into that energy field to say, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm no harm. I'm no threat. I basically just want to come in and have a look. That's all I'm doing. And with some people, it takes a while because there is that level of distrust, and people put various walls up. So sometimes it can take a little bit longer than others to kind of get into the middle of the onion, as it were. Sorry, I don't know why I'm using onion, but it seemed like the best description at the time. I'm not calling everyone an onion, but there we go. But then other people, once you've kind of gone into the first 2 or 3, the rest is easy sailing. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, you're absolutely fine. And that was exactly how it was very much with Susie's. It was the case of once I'd kind of got through the first couple of energetic bodies, then it was plain sailing, and it was a very light, very light energy, very light. Sorry, I've said light 3 times, but it was very, very easy to then start reading upon exactly what was going on. So, and then once I was actually there, the same as all the readings, is I then start asking the questions and starting to get a feel, not only within myself, as to what that DNA frequency is. As I was saying before, recently, and I think we'll probably mention this in a little bit more detail later on, in regards to the amazing new beings, well, new to me certainly, that are starting to come through. But with Susie, that Palladian energy, and I know I say that incorrectly, but was just so full on. It was, I could feel it in every element of me. I said, I work with 25 various races. The Palladian stepped forward, and it was kind of like, yep, absolutely. And obviously I won't go into the rest of them just yet, but I've mentioned one because Susie had already mentioned it. So it was really a nice beginning of a reading. As sometimes it can take half an hour, sometimes it can take an hour. Everybody is very different. Everybody is very different. So I hope that answers that question, Ron.
Absolutely, it does, and it's fascinating because it's one thing to sit and be a viewer of this, and it's quite another thing to live this. I've developed this, Asria. I mean, let's be honest. You are the GOAT when it comes to this entire process, and it's fascinating. And honestly, I can't wait to see what comes next. Like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where it's all going to be at, because I feel like you are just on the first step of a massive journey with all this. It's so exciting. It really is. It really, really is.
And it has been, as I said, since the probably sort of December, January time. Am I okay to bring up the new beings now, or?
Yeah, of course. I'll tell you what. Let's jump in. Do you want to jump into the reading?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I can't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore.
Imagine how Susie feels.
I've not looked through any of it. It's so hard. Every time they get sent, I just don't look at them. I want to. It's too good.
I am going to caveat this slightly, that there is one of the things I'm very much learning again on this journey is there is such a large amount of information, not only that comes through. You might just want to go past this page because it's got personal details.
Yeah, of course.
Personal detail.
Sorry, I was zoned into what you were saying, Asria.
That's right.
I was into the narrative.
And then So when one of the questions that I asked right at the beginning is why are you wanting this reading, so that we can actually then start asking the questions to those beings within that session as well, to find out exactly, is it abilities you're after, is it the behaviors, is it the history, and that type of information. So within this report there is a lot more information that is actually coming through and that is presented. So it's really up to you guys whether you want to read every single line or if you just want me to review it. By all means,
we're taking the scenic route, people. We're taking the scenic route. We're definitely going to take the long way round. So this is really just describing the process, right? This first page.
Yeah, we can go straight to the first one. That first main one, that one. There we go.
And
here we go.
Yeah, there we go. So this is the review.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good mix. That's a really good mix.
Gee, Ron, you're getting so good at this. You're getting to know what is the good mix, what's not a good mix.
It's a really good mix.
You're doing really well. I know.
It's a great mix.
Yeah. So we got Pleiadians.
Ron likes all the nerd stuff. Ron's like, give me the pie charts and the graphs. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's like,
there you go, straight to the nerd stuff.
Yeah.
Ron, do you want me to do the reading, Ron? Do you want me to read it out?
Yes, please. Well, between the two of us, you're definitely the best candidate for that, Beverly. Yes.
All right, let's go back to the previous page then, so we can go through what this split is, and I can read the preamble for you.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you. Big shout out to Dan as well. Sorry, you can't see me behind you. I'm waving to you, but you can't see me.
There she is. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Be interesting to do it'd be interesting to do a reading on, because obviously Dan is going to have a reading with Baby Nova on the soul plan, but it'd be good to do some high level alien DNA with Dan when she's ready.
Yeah.
Hell
yes. Yes. It's quite funny. I'm like, Dan's taking over my whole little square down here. So, but yeah, carry on, please. Carry on. I want to know. Let's go.
Right, we're going. So, dominant DNA is Pleiadians. There is a lineage of profound spiritual advancement and commitment to uplifting consciousness. While often seen as benevolent, they, like all evolving beings, have faced their own challenges and growth. So we've got soul and origins. Through the DNA, you are an old and highly evolved soul that is fully aligned with their heart chakra, making you an amazing caregiver and parent. Via the DNA, you become deeply empathetic person committed to uplifting consciousness and energy. Now, remember, 2 minutes ago, you said that you were very empathetic. So that's already been picked up in the first small section. Asria's got that straight away, which is awesome. We've got also number 2 is the high intuition. So this level of DNA shows heightened intuition and deep empathy amongst your greatest gifts, valuing honesty and truth in people. And this says that lying is something that you take very seriously and can make you physically react when perceiving lies. Is that something that resonates with you, Susie?
Yeah, it really is. Like, when I sense someone's lying, I do get a physical, like, sunken feeling. Like, really, I feel everyone gets that, but maybe not. I don't know. Like a physical reaction.
Everybody gets it, but it's great. It's great that you're able to, to state that resonates with you. That's wonderful. And it's something that I think, with what Asria was able to put down, she was saying, this churning stomach and this ability to want to just where you feel that it's rising up through you. And she was really good in being able to say that it was
I almost get like a lump in my throat kind of thing, because I just
Well, that's definitely on the mark then. We've got also a signature of light. The DNA possesses profound healing abilities and an innate understanding of metaphysical truths. So I think that's something that's coming to you, as you said earlier, you've got all these truths and all these things. So that really just resonates with your journey. And it also shows that your sensitivity, while a gift, can also lead to struggles with people pleasing, perfectionism, or self-doubt. Oh dear, did that resonate with you then? So tell us, how does that feel? How does that feel?
It's so funny because I did this thing called the Hoffman process about over 10 years ago. It's like a therapy, an intense therapy week-long retreat, and in it, you're not really allowed to talk about what goes on there. It's not a cult or anything, but in there you have to give yourself a name, and my name was people pleaser. Please, isn't that just bizarre? So
my word. And Asria picked that up straight away. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
When I saw that, I couldn't believe it.
Wow, well done, Asria. The DNA nurturing presence radiates a powerful, peaceful energy that soothes those around you. Now, I think that, you know, where you've been visiting people in hospital or been busy with your family and your son and all that, I think that energy is just pushing through, and Asria managed to get that as well as part of your energy. How does that feel? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, I like to think I'm quite a chill person, so yeah, maybe I don't. I feel really, I'm not very good at talking about myself, so I feel like I don't want to feel like I'm bigging myself up or anything. But it's really lovely to hear all of this, and
And then you've got "You Are Never Alone" as item number 4. Your cosmic family walks beside you, guiding and supporting you every step of the way. Use discernment in exploring channeled messages. Your personal resonance and inner knowing are the ultimate guides in uncovering the truth and inner knowledge of your ultimate guides and your celestial heritage. Other Pleiadians will become obvious. So the reason why you've got, you know, the discernment with the channeled messages, as we know, sometimes, you know, the naughty underlings and underfolk can come forward and channel things that maybe they shouldn't be channeling. So just be aware that some things are right and resonate, but you have that ability to understand what resonates with you and what doesn't. So looks like you're getting some more Pleiadians.
Oh, sorry. Since I had the spiritual awakening, I realized that my intuition is pretty good, but in the past I've just ignored it. And that's what you start to realize, don't you? You start to realize you've really got to listen to it. So yeah, that's what I'm learning now. Got a lot to learn.
And then, as you've written here, a celestial traveler and connection. So DNA enables vivid dreams and images from far-off galaxies. The DNA will activate feeling uncomfortable in large crowds as your natural surroundings are calmer. And the DNA enables a deep kinship with nature, animals, and like-minded beings who share your high frequency and outlook.
Yeah, I do feel I do struggle in large crowds because I tend because the empath thing. When I go into supermarket, I feel other people's emotions. I feel like I do anyway, and it's very chaotic for me. And I'm learning to put up boundaries, protection for that, and things.
That's very good. I know that Asria also picked up on the natural born healer side, and I might ask her to add some more to it in a few minutes. What was put in her report was the energetic sensitivity will allow you to feel unspoken vibrations, and that's what you just said about the supermarket, making self-care and boundaries essential. Now, I think I'm sure Asria will have some comments about that. Even in silence, your presence can uplift others, embodying the Pleiadian essence of love, healing, and higher consciousness, thriving on healing and supporting others once you're fully activated. So, Asria, have you got any comments about the natural born healer aspect for Susie, please?
Absolutely. Thank you for picking up on that. And I very much felt within this that it's not only over the past, I can't really put sort of a time limit on it, but it's almost as though you're like a natural radiant energy. And I know you were saying, and I won't go into too many personal details, but certainly like with your family and that around you at the moment, literally just being in the presence of people, and now that you're sort of feeling into your own energy and frequency and vibration, I mean, that's what the Pleiadians very much again radiate that. And I think also with you're becoming more and more aware of it. And so I would also welcome that the language as well. So not only when you're in somebody's presence, but also with the language in listening and talking to others. So being able to sort of bring that into a level of calmness as well. And as an overview, there is very much the healer element within a number of these beings as well. So I think certainly being aware of that protection for yourself as those energies and those vibrations are heightening, absolutely, because I said you do have that natural healing element to you, just as you as an amazing person. So certainly, yeah, just be aware of that as well. And that's what I felt when, again, initially going into you as a reading, was that just that amazing I just felt very tired at the end, and that wasn't through hard work. That was just through nice, relaxing energy. It was wonderful.
Oh, that's lovely to hear.
No, that's fantastic. So that's always good. Now we're going into the physical attributes, which I think is very much part of, what the Pleiadians look like. They resemble humans in many ways, though they possess distinctive features that reflect their higher dimensional nature. They typically stand between 5.5 and 7 feet tall, with a lean and graceful build. Their presence, that's the biggest aspect of them, presence radiates warmth, kindness, and compassion, with bright blue, wide eyes that evoke a sense of peace and serenity. Skin tones vary from really pale, almost translucent, to luminescence with pink tones. And I think on the right-hand side of the report, Asria always puts a really good AI-generated picture of what the Pleiadians look like, or each of the beings. So you can have a look at the top, and you'll see.
I'm quite tall, so that's true. I'm quite tall. I'm 5'8", so I think that's quite tall for a girl. So
I mean,
yeah, and I've
there's definitely similarities. You know what I'm saying? You can see the hair. You know what I'm saying? You got the big eyes.
Hair normally, I wasn't born with blue. But,
it's fascinating. It's fascinating. It really is.
And I have got my skin. I've got fake tan because I'm from Essex. I have to have fake tan. I've got fake tan, but normally my skin. Right? Yes, it is. Normally my skin's like milk white, so that is true.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I also sport the moon tan, Laura.
Yeah.
I'm a practitioner of the moon tan, 100%. Yeah, I am. Also, Ron's just completely engrossed in this. Like, this is what I imagine Hogwarts is like sometimes when we do shows like this, and it's freaking awesome.
And look at what people are saying, and the look she does. She looks like, yes, that's fantastic, and the chat is saying yes, that as in.
I will say this,
just like that.
I will say this with Asria as well. So this Pleiadian image wasn't made when Asria done this reading. I know that Asria's used this image before, so it's not like Asria's created an image after she's met Susie to, be a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna just make it.
No, I'm getting used to using. I'm getting used to using AI as best I can for. I've got kind of like a little bit of a library going on with the different beings that I've created that are going to be used in the book, and they're going to be used on my site and things like that. So again, it's me, technology, AI, descriptions, how I see them.
You're doing really well. You're doing really well. You're doing really well. It looks great. Right. So physical.
I just want to also say we have got. I have to interrupt here with saying an update from Nacy, who sent us that lovely comment earlier about all the things about her child. Update. Thank you so much. I'm crying. She has been a pure, fabulous child, 19 now, and makes me and her dad super proud every day. Her blue-green eyes and also go grayish when she's sick too. So, you know, a bit of unusual DNA in there for sure. Very special. Thank you, Nacy, for giving us the update. And now we'll go back to the reading. Second dominant DNA. Come on, go for it. Syrians. Love it.
Here we go.
Beautiful.
Here we go. There's the Syrian. Yes, yes, yes.
Now, I just want to say, if this blue guy wasn't smiling right now, okay, I don't know if we'd all be like, oh, it's the Syrians. I'm on a bad day. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we've got a happy one, right? I'm just saying.
I can't change the facial expressions, unfortunately. Even some of the reptilians have got a bit of a smile kind of going on. That's what I mean. I might need to do a bit of work on a few of them.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's a great vibe. I'm only busting jokes.
Yeah, well, they're lovely actually. When you meet them in person, they exude a lot of natural sort of calm, almost like the sea in the water sloshing in and going out. You know, the way you feel at the sea. That's that the energetics that they give to you as a Syrian. So the DNA is showing a connection to the Syrian star beings that links you to the realm of profound spiritual wisdom and cosmic harmony. Originating from the Sirius A and B, which is brighter than our sun. The spiritual sun, Syrians are highly evolved with amphibious limbs and lower body. So they're not fully amphibious. They've just got the part of the limbs shows that they're not frog-like, but they appear to be.
Did you not say you live by the sea?
Yeah, I do. I live in Frinton-on-Sea.
That's interesting.
Oh, well, there you go. So obviously calms you, I'm guessing. So the first thing that Asria picked up is guardian of sacred knowledge. And that shows, as a natural guardian and teacher, the DNA carries this knowledge within you and will empower you to guide others on their own energetic journeys. The DNA presence helps bridge the physical and cosmic realms, allowing for deeper understanding and higher consciousness. And we've got then attraction energies. This is really good. And I think that Asria will be able to mention a little bit more about this because I'm sure she's got other bits and bobs, because there's only 2 lines here. The DNA, even at partial activation, will attract all sorts of people, even negative partners with dark energies. So come on, Asria, spill the tea on this, and let's see what our Susie has to comment about that one.
Yes, I left this rather loose in particular because I felt that, and as you were rightly saying, Beverly, around what the beings exude, and it doesn't matter if they're light, dark, negative, good, is very much attracted to that energy. And I know we were saying with the Pleiadians as well, is very much that healing energy, but then adding the Syrians on top of that, it's almost as though you're kind of like leveling up every single time. So when we were mentioning around that protection, it's almost as though we definitely need to kind of bring in that intuition, because with that kind of like attractive energy, and again, I don't necessarily want to go into too personal details for Susie, but certainly it's when you do get that gut feeling around somebody, absolutely listen to it, because I've got a feeling that there has been kind of people in the past that have maybe seemed kind of like nice on the surface, but then actually kind of like later on, and it's really, and I think you put it beautifully early, Susie, around actually now, as soon as you meet somebody, you're aware of, because your energies and vibrations are heightening, you do have more of that awareness. So where I didn't want to go into too much detail around this attraction, it was more to kind of bring it to
I don't mind, you can say what you like, I don't mind.
Pleiadians as well, because they do very much like a magnet.
Yeah, moth to a flame story there. Yeah. They're gonna be attracted by you and want to be around you, and you know, they get quite silly because they don't always know why they're attracted. They might just walk up to you and say, you know, can I take you for a drink? And just like that, 1, 2, 3, that's the end of you. And that's because they're reacting to this energy.
Yeah,
I have been very naive in the past.
I just want to say what you can do as well to help attraction is like and share. Okay, help us to
Yes.
share this out. I just want to remind everyone once again, Asria's website, which I am going to link once again for all you wonderful people right now, is where you can book one of these for your very, very self, one of these amazing off-world DNA readings, and make sure you do. All right, get it done. All right, get it done, my G's, because it's just epic. And like I say, I've had mine done. Kaza Bear in the side chat, she's had hers. We're now seeing Susie's. It is just amazing. And Susie, even though you knew beforehand, right? I can imagine you stood now after seeing how you react, secondhand to this. I imagine you were losing your freaking mind in that post office, stomping your feet up and down.
I was so, it was just so exciting.
It is,
so exciting. Right? I would recommend anyone, I think everyone should get it done, because I'm still I only found the results yesterday, so I'm still quite like stunned by it and so excited about it. So
the one thing that was most surprising for me was this overwhelming sense of reassurance and acknowledgement of subtle things about myself that I was aware of or I was made aware of, and they suddenly came to light. But it was validation. Right, it was validation that the things I feel and the pulls that I have and the draws that I have to the directions that we've taken in life.
Yeah, it's so uncanny. And I remember watching Big Homie's one as well. That was just epic, wasn't it?
It was amazing. It really was.
Yeah, the Big Homie's life was changed after that one. When we chatted to him last week, he was saying, "Oh my God, I'm such a different person after this. It really changed his life unbelievably."
He's been on one since then, man. I'm telling you, our boy's been on fire. So listen, this is the thing. If you're sitting here and it's all just a bit of fun to you, no problem. But there's so many of you out there that are on this awakened journey who are feeling things and all the rest. And I will put my hands up and say that Asria pulled things that Asria, it really couldn't have known about me. And it's this validation, so the mainstream have got it wrong. I wasn't right. I wasn't wrong to follow the path I'm on. The mainstream isn't for me. And it was this validation. And I think my life changed as well. I'm not going to lie. I think when it really, really has, because it was validation for everyone that was being introduced around me as well, and it was fascinating. So
it's very reassuring. Reassuring.
That's what I was going to ask you, Susie. What was your main emotion that you felt, other than thank God I'm not a draconian? Other than that, what was your
I know. I said to Asria, when Beverly asked me if I'd like to come on, I was like so excited, but then I thought, sugar, if I'm like 100% like reptilian, I just don't want anyone to know. I'll get death threats. But I was very pleasantly surprised that they all seem to be lovely, like creatures, like beings. So
beings,
I feel a bit embarrassed because they're all really lovely, and I'm like, oh, does that mean like I'm like lovely then? Oh,
well, this is it.
I don't feel like
it sums me up too. I'm a clumsy giant who's a bit of a fairy, right? So it sums me up, I just want to say, Joseph Sala, I feel like you were a new viewer the other day, and I feel like I've seen you in every single stream since you joined the community and the channel. So big shout out to you. Hope you're having a great day today, brother, and nice to see you back once again. But let's continue on. Where did we get to? Which point
we got to? Well, we're on number 3. So
wonderful.
Honoring the role as a healer and a light bringer. So embracing your Syrian DNA, you step into a divine mission as a healer, teacher, and bringer of light. Trust this connection. That's a big one for you, Susie. It is a sacred reminder of your purpose. You are a channel of cosmic wisdom, a beacon of transformation, and a guide to a higher way of being. So I'm hoping all that will resonate with you, because it was similar to the Pleiadian ones with healing too. Then you've got the power of balance and enlightenment as number 4. You're drawn to balancing truth, justice, and harmony, naturally seeking alignment with high vibrations, inspiring others to find inner peace and spiritual clarity. So this ties in again with the fact that you're able to perceive lies. You get that, that funny feeling in your throat, and it really does make you feel quite sick. In fact, lots of people were saying in the chat earlier that they also felt that when they felt a lie, they could feel exactly the same way as you have. So a lot of people are resonating with what you're saying, which is great. Then when you've got,
I resonate with the. Oh, sorry.
Let's go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, I resonate with the injustice thing, because I'm very laid back, and you have to. I don't get angry very often, but if I'm pushed to that limit, I get so with injustices. I just get so angry, like my Incredible Hulk comes out. But it doesn't happen very often. But I can just, people think underestimate me sometimes, because they sort of like they push and push and push, and then I'll just start blow. Which is a bit scary, but
yeah, you go supernova. Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I can do, but rarely. But
when they push enough, you will. Oh, then number 5, a guide to humanity's awakening. The DNA will assist in awakening of humanity, guiding yourself and others to live in harmony with the earth and the greater cosmos. So how does that resonate with you, Susie?
Yeah, well, I'm actually like a baby witch, and I'm getting into Wicca and paganism, which is like your
freaking Wiccans, man. Freaking Wiccans. See you, honestly, the freaking Wiccans. Honestly, carry on, man. Freaking Wiccans.
So it's like with your affinity with the seasons and nature and everything. It's not like dark stuff. It's like
exactly.
But yeah, I love all that. I find it fascinating. So I'm quite new at that, but I'm really enjoying.
That's exactly why I asked you earlier if you were you stood in the light. So that's clearly that's the thing. Freaking Wiccans, man.
Oh, how lovely!
But I do agree with you, Ron. There is that you have to address the dark side as well.
Well, you do. You have to have the shadow work done in order to be a fully balanced person.
It's a great place to start in the whole Wiccan realm. It's a beautiful thing. It's selfless. It's a wonderful thing. It really is. But it's very centered in the light. And I struggle.
I'm a bit scared. I'm a bit scared of the dark, because I like to invoke the archangels, and I'm a bit scared to go down the daemon route. But I know I have to address it.
It's not demons. Don't worry about the demons. That's about that. You just stay. You just stay in the comfort of the Wiccan world. But it's
okay. Ignorance is bliss.
It resonates from you, though, is what I'm saying. Like, you can see that you're very much in the white and in the light. 100%. Like it's obvious. 100%. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's an awesome thing. That's an awesome thing that you resonate with the things that you feel that you are on the inside, and it shows on the outside, right? I mean, that's a positive thing. Just because I'm busting your chops about the wicked stuff, all right, doesn't matter, okay? We'll jump back into this though.
So number 6, the last one, is flowing with the light of Sirius. So like the blue light of Sirius, your activated energy flows with the power to cleanse, renew, and inspire. Embrace this gift, allowing your wisdom to uplift those who cross your path, illuminating the way to higher consciousness and spiritual evolution. Do you want to make a comment, Susie, on how this works with you? Is there anything that you felt with it since your reading and your session with Asria?
Sorry, repeat that question.
Do you have any of the areas that this resonates with you about with cleansing, inspiring, renewing, everything?
Yeah, everything does. Just absolutely everything. It's just incredible, really, how I resonate with everything that's written down.
It's interesting that the blue light of Sirius. It's very interesting that you decided to activate blue hair, which is totally out of character for you.
I think before I got the results, and also blue's my favorite, always been my favorite color. So yeah.
See, I just want to say as well, when Susie sits there and says it all resonates, a certain percentage of you will pick up that, you know, oh well, you know, how can it all resonate? How can someone just be like, oh well, I can't be specific, it's all resonate, because that's exactly how it feels. Okay.
Yeah.
When I had my reading done, it was almost harder to start remembering all the little bits and splitting it all back up out of this feeling of completion. It wasn't about having to explain it to anyone. It's not about having to acknowledge nothing, because that recognition of self is so much more powerful than having to convince anyone who's watching or anyone who hears this, because it's such a powerful self moment. And that's how I felt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much there, Ron. And if I could just add one or two bits in there as well, is that and thank you so much for all your kind words, because one of the reasons that I'm sort of hearing people are actually wanting to come for this reading and do get a lot out of it is where you were saying that this absolutely resonates with you, and it really makes my heart sing when I hear things like that from the work that's obviously the channelings that have coming out and the work that's been put into this. But most importantly, with the report that's being produced and with the elements within it, one of the main things that people are asking and that they are getting answers to is my purpose. So what is my purpose? What is it am I sort of supposed to be here doing? And this report won't necessarily go, right, you're going to be a healer and this is the type of healer that you're going to be, and you're going to start your own business and you're going to be fantastic and you're going to earn lots of money. Nah, maybe half of that. But most importantly, it gives a direction of travel. It gives a direction of travel in regards to, okay, so these are the abilities that I naturally have within me. And it's reminding that individual, it's reminding you that actually, yes, this is the ability, these are the behaviors, these are the elements that you do have within you that's that aligns with that being and that DNA that you hold within you. So you can then either before or after activate that DNA even further and say, right, okay, well, I'm just going to take healer as an example. Okay, so if you're saying, right, I want to be I think I'm a healer because when I'm around people, and again following on from Susie's reading, certainly, where yes, you are very much at the beginning of this amazing journey, but it's also then picking up on, right, this is kind of like the direction of travel in which that I can now go, and these are the abilities that I can now harness and activate and pull upon, because actually not only do I resonate these type of energies, but not from a soul level, yes, this is what I'm here to do. So again, kind of breaking out of that matrix to a point, but also it's very much aligning with your true nature, your true self. So where like for an example, in Susie's reading here about the power of balance and enlightenment and a guide to humanity's awakening, absolutely, that was picked up 110%. So now, if you don't mind me saying, Susie, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that kind of gives an insight into, okay, they're starting on the journey, but actually this is what I'm able to do with this information that has now been brought forward. Because when it does resonate with you, like with most things, if there's a person that resonates with you, then you think, right, okay, then there's a relationship there, whether it be friend or business colleague, whatever, but this information is resonating. So it's hitting a button. It's going, yeah, this is right. This is the right thing. So thank you so much for confirming that alignment and resonating with,
also,
because again, that's what a lot of people are actually getting, coming for the readings and getting out of them as well. Sorry, Susie.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just going to say, it's made me realize as well that it's sort of like to how to explain, speak and think from the heart. I can't, does that make sense? Does that make sense at all? Yeah, kind of, yeah, it's making me, yeah, rather than yeah, just I think my heart area I need to focus on and maybe heal a bit as well. But yeah, if that makes sense.
That's super. Oh, well, it's great. I mean, we had some amazing comments. There's been some that have come up on the screen as well, which is good. So on to the next one.